Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Car 5 Podcast. What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me today for episode number 145 of the Car 5 Podcast. We're getting up there. You guys know me, of course. I'm your host, Joshua. For today's episode, we're going to be talking about one of the most insane-looking cars I have ever seen. It is the newest concept car from Lamborghini that they're calling the V12 Vision Gran Turismo. Now, this thing, I don't even really know how to describe this thing other than I think it looks like it belongs on Mars with Tesla's Cybertruck. That's how crazy this thing actually looks. Now, the purpose of this car, Lamborghini recently had its unveiling at the 2019 FIA Certified Gran Turismo Championships, in referring to Gran Turismo, the video game, that was recently held in Monte Carlo in Monaco. Now, they did this as a celebration, of course, of the game, but the car itself is going to make a entrance in the game in spring of 2020. But this car is so unique and so different and so just absolutely wild. What I'm wondering about is if they will actually make a few models just for sale, even if it's like 10 of them, if they'll make some for sale. And the reason why I think this is a slight possibility is because the corporate executives of Lamborghini actually seem genuinely very excited about this vehicle. And I have a couple quotes here. The very first one is from Mr. Stefano Domenicali, who's the chairman and CEO of Lamborghini. And in regards to the V12 Vision Gran Turismo, he actually has this to say: Lamborghini is a very young brand, and this is why we are here today to present our newest virtual vision in the form of a real model, with a highly futuristic and cool design to be enjoyed by the young generation of racing games and super sports car enthusiasts. So I agree with that 100% because, I mean, obviously Lamborghini is a very young company, and I don't know how accurate this is, but I would say a majority of younger people maybe might like Lamborghinis compared to Ferraris. I'm a little bit more of a Lamborghini person myself, but of course, a lot of older people drive Lamborghinis as well. So I guess it just depends on your take. But also, I've had the pleasure of meeting the second gentleman, Mr. Mitja Borkert, who is the head of Lamborghini's Central Style and Design. And he actually says, he joins the conversation by commenting, "It's an opportunity for Lamborghini's design talent to stretch its wings and visualize a car that, like every Lamborghini, is a true head turner and the best driving experience, but also mirrors Lamborghini's push on future technologies, particularly in the arena of lightweight materials and hybridization." Now, that being said, we learn rather instantly, and we'll actually get more details, it actually does feature many similar things between Lamborghini's newest model, the Sian, in which it is a hybrid, and the Vision V12 Gran Turismo shares many aspects with that car. Now, this is one of the main reasons I love Lamborghini. From those two statements and the type of car they make, they're just doing them. They're just doing themselves. They're not looking at other corporate influences, and they're not necessarily looking at realistically what majority of people are buying, except for maybe the Urus. That would be a different example. But they're being them. They're doing, as people say, you do you. That's what they're doing. They're being Lamborghini. Now, all this is great news, and it's all great things to say. But what about the car itself? What are the details of the V12 Vision Gran Turismo from Lamborghini? Well, let's take a closer look. It uses single-seater inspiration, as you guys have seen the pictures, and you can probably see in this podcast. There's literally one seat, like a cockpit of a jet fighter. It's equipped with the same powertrain, as we just mentioned, as the Lamborghini Sian, which means it'll use a 6.5-liter naturally aspirated V12 with an additional 48-volt hybrid system, giving the car 819 horsepower. 0 to 60 is 2.8 seconds, and a top speed is actually limited to 217 miles per hour. In my opinion, the V12 Vision Gran Turismo really reminds me of the Terzo Millennio Lamborghini concept. If you compare them side by side, It's almost like they're the same exact car, but the V12 Vision Gran Turismo loses a few body panels. In both vehicles, you can see Lamborghini's very famous Y design that they've been implementing in a lot of their cars for both the headlights and the taillights. Now, in comparing the two vehicles again, it looks like to me the Vision V12 Gran Turismo is a Terzo Millennio that has body panels removed. I mean, the suspension is 100% open and literally out in the open. Like you can grab part of the suspension if you wanted to. The engine can be seen through glass. You have a massive rear wing that is accompanied by 6 exhausts in the rear. 6. Again, like I was saying, it's got a kind of a cockpit theme style interior going on there. And to bring up again what I said earlier, it looks like it belongs on Mars with Tesla's Cybertruck. That's how wild and insane this looks. Again, this is a concept car that was made for the newest Gran Turismo game that's coming out, as well as to celebrate their championships that's being held in Monte Carlo and Monaco. And again, that car will be available for download in spring of 2020 for the video game. Now, the odds of Lamborghini producing this into something that's real, I think there's a slight chance of it happening, but there's also a huge chance it won't, even if they just made 5 of or 10 of them, just to get some out in the real world and on the streets. This thing is so wild and it's so drastic looking. It deserves to be real. It deserves to hit the road. But ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for episode number 145. Talking about Lamborghini's V12 Vision Gran Turismo. Let me know what you guys think of the car by commenting. Send me an email. I'd really love to know. Would you guys think there's a chance this car could be real? Don't forget to follow on Instagram, like on Facebook. If you guys are checking out the podcast for the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Feel free to head over to the YouTube channel as well, unless you're watching on YouTube already. If you are, thank you. And just browse the channel. If you guys see what you like, hit that subscribe button. If you don't mind, leave a like on this video as well. You know, if you ever need anything from me, shoot me an email. info@car5podcast.com. As we're approaching the Christmas and holiday season, don't forget to check out the link in the description, www.tl.com. It's your guys' go-to source for the best car apparel, whether you're shopping for yourself or a friend or a loved one. Got a coupon code for you guys as well. Check out the link in the description. Last but most certainly not least, don't forget to tune into our next episode, number 146, talking about Fisker, and they got a new car they're coming out, which is an electric SUV called the Ocean. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Please remember to drive safe and have a fantastic evening. Thank you.